How you guys doing? I hope you're well. Today I really want to speak to you about accountability. It's such a powerful message to understand accountability. Now, the first person that you must hold accountable is yourself. You're not going to be able to point your finger at anyone else. You're not going to be able to say anyone else about what they're doing, about what they're not doing, about how they're living, about how they're not living. You're not going to be able to speak to anyone else and hold anyone else accountable until you first hold yourself accountable. What are you doing? What are you supposed to be doing? What is your role? So the first step is about holding yourself accountable. Once you're able to hold yourself accountable, once you're able to hold a level of discipline, a level of routine, a level of purpose, the second stage is to hold people around you accountable. The reason why it's important to hold other people around you accountable is because you are most like the 5 people you hang around with the most. You are most like the 5 people you hang around with the most. So if you're operating at a 7, 8 and a 9, and you're around people that are operating at a 1, 2 and a 3, by default, you're going to start operating at a 5, at a 4, just to exist in that ecosystem, just for it to make sense. So what you need to then do is you need to hold them accountable, or you need to move yourself out of that circle. So what does that look like? What does that mean? It means, for example, if you speak to yourself a certain way, you look after your health in a certain way, you look after your mental and your spirituality in a certain way, and then you've got people around you that are smoking around you, swearing around you, speaking about negative things and talking down to you around you, but you don't do that to yourself. Why would you let this person in your space? Why would you have someone putting their hands on you or speaking negatively to you, and you don't do that to yourself? The only way you can allow circumstances like that around you is when you allow it within yourself. When your own standards aren't very high, when you don't hold yourself accountable, you can allow others to walk over you. But when you hold yourself accountable, then it's easier to hold other people accountable in terms of how they deal with you, but also in terms of how they lead their own life around you, because they influence you and you influence them. If I'm operating at a 7 and I've got 11, 12s and 13s around me, by gravity, I'm going to move up to a 10, move up to 11. I have to, just to exist within that circle. So the first step is to hold yourself accountable. The first step is to do the things that you need to do for yourself. The second step is to hold others around you accountable. Accountable in the way that they deal with you and handle you, and accountable in the way in which they do their own thing, because they influence you. The overall mission is to be where you want to be. To be who you want to be and to be where you want to be. And to achieve that, you must hold yourself accountable. You must hold yourself accountable. Let's get it. Let's go.